Guys, welcome back to Labor Laws Lecture Series. We were discussing about Trade Union Act of 1926. This is the seventh video in the series of Trade Union Act 1926. So far we discussed historical aspects and then also looked into a bird's eye view of the act, discussed in detail about definition of trade union, trade disputes and workman. Along with that, we also discussed recognition or a registration of a trade union, withdrawal, cancellation of a registration and funds of the trade union. Okay, and also we discussed amalgamation of the trade union. Now in this video we are going to discuss about recognition of a trade union, methods and need and effort in this regard. Okay, so we are going to discuss about recognition of trade union in this particular video. Recognition of trade union. So far we discussed registration, correct? Registration, where we will get registration done. We will go to a registrar of trade union in a respective state or a respective location, and then the registration will be done. So it is not right that once the registration is done, it is recognized. Okay, it is not. Okay, recognition is something different from registration. Recognition is a separate process and the registration is a separate process. Registration is nothing but going to a registrar and getting a registered and getting a incorporation certificate. So, but recognition means it is a expressed acceptance or a expressed recognition of a registered trade union by an employer or any employee associations for the purpose of collective bargaining. So once the registration of a trade union is done, then they have to give a request to an employer to recognize the trade union. The trade union members have to give the letter or a request to an employer to recognize the trade union. Unless the employer recognizes the trade union, there is no use of this particular trade union in collective bargaining. What is collective bargaining? That we will discuss in next video in detail. Here in brief, collective bargaining means going together to discuss and negotiate the requirements of the workers is called as collective bargaining. That we will discuss in detail in an upcoming video. Okay, so with this we are very clear that once the registration is done, recognition is compulsory, and this recognition will be given by employer or a employee. So this is what we have written here. Registration is awarded by a registrar of trade union, but it is the employer and only the employer who awards the recognition to a one or more trade union in the organization. Okay, so the recognition is generally a matter of agreement between employer and trade union. I hope you are clear with this point. Generally, wherever there is a more number of employees or workers are there in a one particular trade union, that will get a recognition, say like 50% and more. So what happens once the recognition is given to a trade union? If without trade union, without recognition, the trade union cannot negotiate with employer. So once the trade union is recognized by the employer, trade union is going to represent its members in various discussion to negotiating the terms of employment and condition of labor. So trade union is going to represent, here is we have employer, and then there are thousands of employees, thousands of workers, right? This is a worker union workers. So employer will not be able to talk to everyone, right? Everyone's problem and other thing. In between, the trade union is going to sit here. So trade union will represent these thousand laborers and then our workers, and then negotiate the terms with employer. So once the recognition gets, right, once trade union gets the recognition, then only they can play this mediator role or a representation role. Okay, the second point is enter into agreement with the management on behalf of its union members. So whatever the negotiation happens, right, finally they can, trade union can enter into agreement, they are agreeing for this particular negotiation, and then they pass it on to all the laborers. Okay, they can enter into an agreement, whatever trade union signs, that should be bound by all the employers, all the sorry, all the all the workmen. And And the third one is, the first one is it represents, and the second one it can enter into an agreement. The third one is whenever management is making managerial policies and decisions, a trade union can give opinions on opinion of a workman. Okay, this is about the recognition, what recognition means for any trade union. They can represent, they can get into an agreement, and they can provide opinion for making management policies and decisions. So this is a very important decision now, recognition of a trade union. Uh, Especially recognition of trade union comes into picture when there are multiple trade unions in an establishment. If there is only one trade union, generally employer will accept that trade union. But the challenge comes in where there are multiple trade unions will start operating in a one company, then the recognition comes into a key recognition of a trade union plays a key role. Okay. Then this is a fun, right? The Article 19(1)(c), the Article Indian Constitution, in Indian Constitution, and Article 19(1)(c) says that everybody is free to form an association or a union. And Register of Trade Union also gives a registration certificate of a trade union, but people won't give a but employer won't give a recognition, then there is no use of that particular trade union. But when it is also held in the case of Raghubar Dayal Jai Prakash versus Union of India, it was held that freedom of association guaranteed by Article 19(1)(c) does not carry with its guaranteed right to recognition of the association. Okay, so it is very clear. It was held in the case of Raghubar Dayal Jai Prakash versus Union of India case that even though Constitution guarantees the formation of association and a union under Article 19(1)(c), but it doesn't carry with a guarantee of a recognition of the association. Okay, though Constitution guarantees formation of a trade union, but the recognition it doesn't guarantee. So recognition is also a must after the registration of trade union. Okay, see what are the types of getting recognition? The one is a voluntary recognition and the another one is a statutory recognition. Voluntary recognition means there is no problem, like employer directly agrees to give recognition without any discussions, or with some discussion employer agrees to give a recognition on a mutual consent. So that is a voluntary recognition, there is no challenge in it. Then if employer is not agreeing, employer not agreeing to give a voluntary recognition, then the path is statutory regulation, recognition. So they can approach to a court or some other third party for enforcing employer to recognize the trade union. Okay, there are few state legislatures have enacted law confirming to the right to trade union to claim recognition. There are few states like Bombay, Maharashtra, or Kerala of Maharashtra and Kerala have formed the legislature for a recognition of a trade union by employer. But see, the question of recognition is not cannot be dealt amicably through law. It is always be a win-win situation for both. It is always be a win-win situation for both employer and workers. So enforcing something through law will not give any major benefits. So it should not, it is advised that it cannot always be dealt legally. There should be an involvement of human attitude, orientation, and then there should be a long-term relationship rather than going through a legal thing. So recognition must be out of the free will, which must come result of a management understanding of the trade union. Okay, management's understanding of the trade union. So it is there is a statutory way of getting a recognition, but again it is not going to be a fruitful one. Always it should come amicably with a discussion between trade union and employer. That is going to be a longer period association, so that's why there should be a mutual recognition and mutual respect. That is what expert says with respect to a recognition of trade union. There are various methods of recognition of trade union. Once if employer is not accepting a voluntary way of recognizing a trade union, they can enforce for a statutory way of recognition. Then there are various way to get methods to get the recognition. One is a membership verification. Membership verification, number 1, number 2 is a check off, number 3 is a secret ballot, and number 4 is a code of discipline. Okay, so these are the 4 ways or 4 methods how a trade union can get recognized. In case of membership verification, a legal officer, the labor officer, the official from the labor department will visit the establishment. He will visit the establishment and discusses with every manpower, and then discusses with the management, and also ask employees individually whether they are interested to be a part of the member of a trade union or not. Based on the responses, it is identified whichever gets a maximum number of a support, then that particular trade union will be recognized. So the labor officer visit the premises, okay, discusses with all the employees and then management, and take the voting, okay, and based on that, whoever gives, like whichever trade union gets a maximum votes, that will be recognized as trade union. Okay, that will be recognized as trade union of an entity. So very simple process here, membership verification, and the next one is a check off. So in this case, in earlier case, we saw that it is a oral interview kind of a thing where the labor officer discusses. Here, employees are asked to state in writing whether or not they belong to a union. If they do, to which union? First, the employee will be asked whether he is interested to join union, yes or no. If he says yes or no, if he says yes, then which particular union, right? There are multiple unions in the organization, union A, union B, union C, he can select any one of it. And then the employee should also give permission for deducting subscription, okay? Employee also should give a permission for deducting subscription from the salary. In this case, when employee explicitly gives in writing which organization he belongs to, and then he also gives a permission for deducting salary for a subscription fees, then whichever gets an highest number, then that will be recognized based on the strength of the union, that will be recognized. And the third option is a secret ballot. Secret ballot is something like a voting. Here it was an interview. Here it was in writing. Now it is a secret. It is an voting kind of environment, how we vote in elections, right? So it is a secret ballot is a democratic method. It is an election by a secret ballot. People will be called and they can elect which particular trade union they want to select. There are 2 types for secret ballot. One is a panel and the another one is a banner. Panel means in an organization, if there are 3 trade unions, A, B and C, okay, the presidents will be from one union, vice president will be from another union, and then secretary from the other union. So they first, the trade union come into a picture, which post will be owned by which trade union, and then they go for election. Okay, this is a panel of a panel kind of a election. It is a panel kind of a election. And then in case of a banner, A, B, C will be there. The entire president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, everything will be from one particular union. The election will happen and A will contest for all the positions. The members of trade union A will contest for all the positions. Members of trade union B also contest for all the positions. So contest for all the 4 positions. Right? So in panel, members will be the trade unions will divide the positions before the election and they contest for the specific positions only. But in case of banner, the members of a particular trade union contest for all the positions. The last one is a code of discipline. Code of discipline, right? The labor organizations and labor or Congress noticed that there is a problem with respect to a recognition of a code of discipline, sorry, recognition of a trade unions in India. The 15th Indian Labor Congress had accepted a code of discipline and one of the clause therein pertains to recognition of a trade union. There were various problems which are related to trade union, but one of the clause of a 15th Indian Labour Congress was related to a recognition of trade union, and based on this, the following conditions, right? These conditions will be checked for recognition of a trade union. Okay, if the to recognize a trade union, it should be in operation for a minimum 1 year. The union should have at least 1 year of standing. There should be at least 15% of the members in the organization. Okay, the 15% of the membership should be from the establishment and 25% from the workforce to claim the recognition on an individual basis. Okay, so 15 to 25% members should be there. Employees should be a member of the trade union. When there are multiple unions in an establishment, the union with the largest membership will be given recognition. This is what agreed in the 15th Indian Labour Congress, where if there is a multiple organizations or multiple trade unions in an establishment, then the union with the largest membership will be given recognition. The given recognition will be valid for 2 years, and after 2 years, again once after 2 years, it will be reviewed. If there is a local unions, then there should be a 50% of the members are from that locality. For example, if there is a plant A, sorry, the company A, they have two plants, one in Bangalore and another one is Bombay or a Mumbai, right? Two different states. The registered trade union may be in Mumbai, okay, but the Bangalore factory people wants to form a new trade union. It is a local trade union. So this is allowed only when the 50% of the members are there in this particular trade union. Okay, the local trade unions are allowed if the membership is more than 50% of the employee of that locality. Then only it will be recognized. Otherwise, everybody should report to this particular parental trade union which is registered in Mumbai. This is all about the methods of recognition. If a voluntary recognition fails, then a statutory way may. The first one is a membership by verification, or then by check off, or a secret ballot, or finally people are following code of discipline, which was discussed in 15th Indian Labour Congress. That's it from a recognition of a trade union purpose chapter. So if you have any questions about recognition of a trade union, please please put your questions in comment box below. Thank you.